Hello and welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna. Welcome back to Series 14 of Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is by Lori Roach-Ross and it has Happy St. Patrick Day vibes with it. And as always, you could use it for anything you like. I am doing it for a fishing layout. This is my youngest daughter, Eliza, and she was out fishing with her boyfriend and family. And I have a photo play, and it's not very much paper that I have. This background is an already done mixed media, so I got that out of my stash, and I'm going to trim down my photos. The one stays 4x6, and I really was kind of not sure which one to leave 4x6. Certainly the one with all the water was not my first thought, but I didn't want to, so you can see Carson's head off to the right side, and I didn't want to chop that off. So I left Carson intact. You can see the pretty water, and I made the other two where she's holding the fish. I made those smaller. So I'm going to try to figure out what I want to use for my banners. And so I'm just kind of putting some papers up there, not really sure. But then I see this cut apart on the back side, and I've never really done this before, but I'm like, how fun is that? It's a tent. They did. I'm pretty positive they didn't go tent camping, but it's pretty cool. And so I thought I could use that for one of the banners, and then I will keep looking at my scraps to see what could be the other banner. I do see this squirrel, which again has a lot to do with nothing. But here's this one that says hike, and I don't think they were hiking either, but I like it. So a little backpack there. And I will use this squirrel with the tree as well for some embellishment. At first I had trimmed the two smaller photos down to 4x4 size, not knowing which one I wanted to make the smaller one and which one I wanted to make the bigger one. Carson's sister is in part of the picture, and I didn't want it to look like I was purposely cutting her out. I wasn't sure how to do that. So there, you can see I did purposely cut her out. These are the photos that Eliza sent to me. These are not ones I took, so I do the best I can with them. I've got one that's 3, I believe, and one that's 3.5 inches, along with the 4x6. Here is the title, which is going to be Casting Flies and Telling Lies. I think that sounds like a good title for Eliza fishing with Carson. And there is the squirrel and the tree, so that's going to be one of my embellishments, or it's going to be part of it that's in place of the shamrock. And then I find these Paper Studio stickers, and it's got a tackle box, so I thought that's perfect. So I'm going to layer the tree with the squirrel and the tackle box instead of the shamrock. So you can take any sketch and make it as themed or not themed as you like. That's the beauty of sketches. And I just like it when you can get more than one photo on a sketch. And I do love her sketch with the cascading like shamrocks there. But I was really happy to use this out of my stash as well. It kind of gives similar vibes, and not being exact. So here I'm going to trim down. I don't want to lose the tent, so I make a really shallow fishtail banner, and then I will make the same banner on the two other banners, or the same fishtail on the other two banners. And I decide to put the pattern paper in the middle of the two of them. But this is what I do. I'll kind of layer it where I want it, glue it down like that, and then trim off the ends later. I did pick out this pretty blue color from my stash. It goes with the colors of the banners, and I had like just enough to make mats for those photos. In fact, one of them I cut too short. I think the 3.5 by 3.5 one, I got overexcited and maybe made it at like 3.5 by 3 by 7/4 inches. And so you'll see me piece together the mat for that one because I made a mistake cutting. It wasn't that I didn't have enough room. It was I wasn't paying attention to my measurements. Yep, and see, this is where I'm like, oh shoot, have to fix that. So then, yep, I'll glue down the 3x3 one, which is the right size, 3.25 by 3.25. And then at first I glue this up on the top, and I thought, well, that's not the smartest thing because It's going to be highlighted if it's up by her head, but if you turn it around, you can use it for the bottom of the picture where it's not as noticeable. While I'm fixing that, I want to remind you to look below for the playlist for the 30 Days of Sketches. Make sure you check all them out. There's several hundred there, and it is just fun to see everybody else's take on the sketches. You might learn a new technique or two. I always do. So now that I have that backed, I will layer the photos and get those banners stuck down. I use my ATG adhesive to glue those down. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And then there's the sticker, and they're all kind of in the same color combination, so this is really fun. Again, I don't want to layer over on top of Carson's head, so I get like kind of close, but I make sure that you can still see that Carson is there. In April, you will not be seeing a sketch or a video from me every day, but I am going to be catching up on the ones that I missed out on February and March. I know there was a couple from Christy's Beautiful Life from the beginning of the month, double page layouts actually that I love, that I wasn't able to get to, so be watching for those in April. I'll be doing some more stash diving. I did use some foam adhesive tape here. I usually get mine just from like the dollar store or Hobby Lobby, but with having the three together like that, I just wanted to give a little bit of dimension to that middle one, and I will make it the length I want. I'm going to trim off the side. I've been trying to ask a question every day. Forgive me if I've already asked a question in this video. I'm doing a couple of voiceovers together here. But my question is, are you playing along with the 30 Days of Sketches? Have you created with any of those sketches? And how many have you been enjoying it? So that's a lot of questions. But I just want to know if you've been playing along, because these sketches are just a good way to kind of get out of your box if you kind of get stuck in a rut. And sometimes it's a way to get you back into scrapbooking if you haven't been able to be creative for a while. So scrapbooking is my creative outlet. It is my way to kind of refresh, renew. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a fabulous day. Please come back and see me again soon.